Well, hello again. So I still haven't even uploaded the video I made this morning, which was talking about the video I made yesterday and never uploaded. So there's going to be a bunch of videos back to back, I guess, coming out here pretty soon. Well, I guess in your case, in the past. So I'm back up here in a very unique old neighborhood. If you know about the Clifton area, that's where I'm at. But it's a gotta figure out how to get out of here now. But it's an old neighborhood, 1940s, 1950s, but they're pretty big houses for being that old. And I'm spitting on myself, I'm sorry. So but I just sold 3 doors. There's a plaque. I just sold 3 doors. And what's funny is I sold all 3 of them while I'm repairing one and putting in 2 new ones. And I sold that for less than what she could buy 1 door for at Lowe's. I am so awesome. So, and if any of my viewers are in Jacksonville and you need doors or anything like that, have somebody quote first off, just to keep me honest. But have someone quote a door and don't show me the price. Let me come out there. I'll give you my price, and then if I'm cheaper, let me do the job. Or if you don't want me to do the job, that's fine too. You know. So earlier today, I went over and helped out my mom, and it's my own fault, but I ruined my Looney Tunes shirt I'm wearing. I got stain all over it. And then this morning, I went over to that's a house I did right there. This morning I went over to repair a door, and it was actually not repairable. What happened is the glass there. Okay, when you have decorative glass, you have 2 pieces of glass, and then in between you got the decorative part. I'm having fun driving right now. So you got the 3 pieces of glass. Well, the centerpiece fell so far that if I was to take it out, I wouldn't be able to put it in a new frame because the frame was cracked. So I was able to caulk everything back together, and just told them to paint it for right now and then start looking for a new piece of glass. But I told them I didn't feel comfortable pulling out the glass and then not being able to get it back in and leaving them with a hole in his door. So, but now that you're called up, I want to talk about something. I just want to talk about something. So, in fact, I'm going to the storage unit to go start cleaning them things out. But I want to know, how did we get to where we are now as an American society? Okay, I know that in certain parts of Europe, you know, I think it's Denmark. It's like part of the culture to where they take their kids in strollers and just leave them out in front of the department store, the grocery store, while they go in and go shopping, because it's good for them to have sun. You know, the vitamin D or having the sun on them. You know, but the fact that they just leave their children unattended, like you'll have a grocery store and there'll be like 5 or 6 baby strollers out there just with kids sitting in them. You know, and I'm sure they're keeping an eye on them in some aspect, but it's like part of the culture there that they can just leave their kids on the side of the road and nobody's going to mess with them. You know, and then there's other societies, which I can't really go in detail because I'm having a little foggy moment in my brain right now, but to where people are just genetically good. You know, the way they were raised, the culture they're raised in, and I'm not saying that all of them are good, because there are some very, very bad people out there, but you know, where people look after each other and take care of themselves. And I know there's good parts of America, just, you know, probably not the parts that I'm seeing at this particular moment, but you know, why is it in the past 20 years has all the television shows been about divisiveness and backstabbing and keeping secrets and getting over on each other? You know, where is the wholesome nature of, you know, our culture, of our, you know, of just being kind to one another? And I know when things go really bad, we step up and we do the right thing, but why do things have to go bad before we do that? I see so many people, at least, the ones that I see that, walk by people in need or look down upon someone because of the vehicle they drive or the clothes that they wear. I think it's television. I mean, if I was this, the television shows are so corrupt. I just missed my turn. The movies, the Hollywood mantra that they have of just spitting out this constant violence, and I'm not anti-violence by any means. I mean, I think everybody should fight. I think we should argue. I think we should, butt heads. I think we should do this because it gets the truth out there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just going down a funky road today. Maybe I'm just, but my mind had just been like, what happened to America? And I'm not talking the good old boy, we've always had bad influences, but everything we see now is all bad stuff. America's bad from the beginning. We've had gangs and depression and slavery and turmoil and social differences and just when were we good? And I don't see it anymore. I don't know. I mean, I'm actually having a really good day. I don't mean to just be putting this out, but this is on my brain right now, and if I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. That's what I do. So, but yeah, just trying to figure out that part, because they're just. I mean, you go and you look in Africa, and you got these tribesmen that are running around the same way as they did 100 years ago. I mean, there's literally, this is 2023. We have AI technology. We have robots in our homes. We got, cars that can drive themselves. I mean, we're very close to having flying cars. They're already made. We're just trying to deal with the FAA regulations. We got all this stuff that's happening. And in Africa, there's still men running around with spears, wearing loincloths, hunting baboons and lions. Okay? But they live better lives morally and as a family and as a collective unit than we do with all this technology. And I'm not saying technology is bad. I mean, there's little girls that have cybernetic arms, where they were born with no arms, but yet they can still pick up and draw and color. And, we have men and women that have lost their legs and their arms in battle, and they can still, be able to have implants and prosthetics that allow them. So I'm not saying technology is bad, but when did it corrupt us? So anyways, that's just something I had to get off my chest. I know that's a lot to take in, and maybe I think a little too deeply sometimes, but I'm just trying to find the good in the world, because this is becoming more and more difficult to see. So, anyways, on that note, I'm out. Peace, love, money.